Hey guys, and welcome back to greatest game of all time, aka Kingdom Come Deliverance. Number 32, unfortunately. Yeah, I kinda effed it up. Okay, this is all my fault. I forgot to empty the hard drive, and then the video just got... I don't even know what happened to it.
Master Huntsman, is there any work for me here?
There's always something that needs doing. You're that Scarlet's lad, aren't you? Sir Radzig's lackey.
That'll be me.
Right. I saw you here shortly after the attack. My word, to get away from Talmberg like that, quite remarkable. It's clear you're not easily scared. So I do have a job for you.
I'm listening.
We've been having terrible problems with poachers lately. In Sir Divish's forests, we've been finding gutted entrails of deer and rabbit nooses all over the place, but no sign of the bastards who put them there.
And you want me to track down the poachers?
Indeed. Whatever you learn will be useful to me.
Do you suspect anyone?
Well, it's hard to say, but seeing how much harm they're causing, I'd say they're no crofters looking for a Sunday roast.
Alright, another investigation. So,
Shouldn't you be dealing with the poachers yourself?
I should, you're quite right. But when I ask the local folk anything, their mouths close up like clams. They're more scared of me than the devil.
Do you think the locals are in on it?
Well, I don't know, maybe. But even if not, they'll never talk to me. They're scared I'll dig some skeleton out of their cupboard. You know, the smaller the village, the bigger the secrets. That's why I need an outsider to ask for me.
I understand. I'll try to find out something about them. Any advice about where to start?
Certainly. Ask around the village. Somebody must have seen or heard something. And it wouldn't hurt to ask in the inn in the glade, the one on the road towards Neuhof. I've heard they serve good venison, and no shortage of it.
That's clear enough. As soon as I hear anything, I'll let you know.
Thanks for your help, lad.
alright. Hare hunt. And the game save too, that means it's important. So, you're off to the A, alright? Also, I'm still alpha male, just in case you're wondering. And why that happened? Well, you kinda need to watch the previous episode. Alright, the point is, it did not record it correctly because it was full and...
You wouldn't
yeah.
believe how long it's taking him to put up that fence. And that cow of his trampled our cabbages 3 times already.
Okay, that's not my problem. I don't give a shit what they're saying. Anyways, let me give you a recap. Okay, we went to the... somewhere around here, I think. Right there. Alright. And then we got some bandits. I did a little bit of investigation throughout Talmberg. Took me like an hour, as usual, you know. And then I came to the conclusion that they are hiding, well, not quite here. I don't really remember. I think it was there. Not sure. Anyways, no, that's not the point. Point is, I got the poachers that were poaching. Alright, that was the problem. Okay. And then yeah, their leader escaped because, again, that's my fault. Okay, whatever. So that happened. Anyways, nothing too significant, I suppose. Well, there was a cutscene. That's fancy. Yes. Okay. Anyways,
3.
let's now go somewhere, I suppose. Like, that's the whole point. Alright, to be honest, I really want to do this quest, okay? Oh, also, Sassoan Monastery hates me a little, but that might be problematic, I suspect. Because we actually need to go there. Yeah, I suspect it's a big problem. Okay, I'll try to fix that stuff. Regardless. And be right back. Alright, I've spent all day reading books except one. I don't have enough. Oh, this is spoiled. Okay, we should drop it. Okay, anyways, I didn't read this one. Well, not because whatever. It's not this one that I didn't read because I didn't have the level. It's this one. Right, I need level 5. So I actually increase my alchemy so I can get one of these. Actually, they're all really good, but I don't think I saw any health potions except water. So I'm gonna go with salted and smoked for now. Alright? And then we'll do it. Huh. It would be pretty cool to be a snake oiler. Wow. That's a reference from another game. But you thought I was finished. No, 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 no. There is also a reading skill. SWOT. Alright, it's very, 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 very intriguing. Also this. Wow. It's amazing, okay. Very, very intriguing. Okay, but for now I'm gonna take SWOT. SWOT? SWOT. Yeah, sure. I'm pronouncing the way I think it's the right way, okay? It's subjective. So don't write anything in the comments 20 years later when you see this video. Also, if you are watching this 20 years after this video was released, can you tell me how did YouTube change? I'm kinda interested. Anyways, so I'm still in Talberg. Also, we have quite a few buffs. Also, okay, that's a bug, I guess. Torches and drain. That's not how it works, as far as I know. At least they should be a little bit more. I know the fire should be a little weaker on drain. Okay, that should be a thing. Alright, it's a realistic game. You should make it realistic too, like the fire physics and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna go. Also, it's not night, it's like 4 AM. Just like morning or something. Well, regardless, let's go to Sasau. Oh, apparently I'm not. Okay, because I've spent a little bit. Apparently I'm not like, you know, fined for whatever I did. That's nice. Oh, I increased my horsemanship. And ironically I fell off the horse. Oh, I remember this place. This is where I met that guy. Give me a riddle. Oh, also, I found an unknown potion. Sheesh. I don't know what it does, okay. And this is not a voiceover, if you are wondering. I discovered a rank. What is that? I don't know. Oh, that's another settlement? What? I honestly didn't know. Okay, that's cool. Vranik, I guess, or Ranik? Some of it. Okay, I was just randomly, you know, doing stuff. I hope they don't attack me or anything. Oh, also I discovered the fast travel point. That's nice. I guess let's use it. Maybe it will open up later or something. Alright, I'm finally in Sasau. Sheesh, that took longer than expected. And I want to go to the monastery. But I think, not sure. I think, okay. I might try finding this and asking this. Okay, I'll be right back. Because I remember finding the guy I want off cam, alright? That's the problem. But I forgot.
What can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmith?
There's too many of us, I'll tell you that for free. This is only a small town. There's Zach, who has the forge in the craftsman's yard and mostly works on the construction of the church. And then, apart from me, there's Master Armourer Otter of Rabstein.
Okay, what can you tell me about the Ota?
Can you tell me something about Master Otter?
Well now, there's a master to look up to. He's worked for the lords of Kunstadt and for the richest townsfolk of Prague.
If you don't mind my asking, what brings him here?
The same as draws all reasonable people. He's enjoying the peace and quiet. Or rather, he used to enjoy some peace. That dispute with Zack must have put a few more wrinkles on his brow.
Okay.
What are Zack and Master Otter arguing about?
Zack had his boy Vitus trained as an armourer in Kuttenberg, and he wanted to buy out Otter's place for him. Except that Otter's a proud man. How would it have looked? A master armourer giving way to a young whippersnapper who's barely let go of his mother's skirts? And they've been arguing ever since. Well, Zack mostly. He badmouths Otter every chance he gets. He claims that he's only fit for mending pots, and that his son will see him off.
Tell me more about Zack.
Don't have much time for him myself. He knows his craft, no question. But he seems to think his son, Vitus, will be a master armourer in Prague one day.
My father was a blacksmith, and I expect he thought much the same about me. That's how fathers are, isn't it?
Of course, any man should be proud of his boy. But Zack makes pride a sin. That's why he's at loggerheads with Master Otter.
I see.
That will be all.
So you are Zack, I suspect. Yeah.
I hope I can be of help to you.
Oh yes, you can. So,
What can you tell me about the Sasau blacksmiths?
Well, there's Mikesh. He's honest enough, and a fair-handed everyday. And then there's Master Otter. He used to have talent, but now he's too old, and too proud to admit it.
okay. No other options, I suspect. So, copper.
So back to that copper, Master Blacksmith.
What? I thought I told you I don't work with copper.
Huh. Yeah. But?
That's not what I heard. Well, I was told in town that you bought all the other blacksmiths' copper.
I'm being made a fool of yet again, it seems. Anything else? I still have work to do.
Oh man. Okay. Do you have any of these?
The swordsmith from the town said...
I know he's after those, but he's out of luck. He should have bought it while he had the chance. I still have mine on me.
Not even...
No.
Okay. He doesn't work with copper. That's a problem. Oh wait, I think I took his thing. I suspect, yeah. Okay, I'm pretty sure you're the one I need.
Good day.
Your father says you don't work any copper.
We don't.
I've heard differently around town. They say your father's bought up all the copper to be had.
Are you calling me a liar? Or my father? You're asking for it, boy.
You're right. It's nothing to me either way.
Right. So clear off.
I mean, beside the fact I'm here on behalf of the Royal Burgrave Sir Radzig Kobyla, investigating a grievous crime against the Crown.
What? What are you talking about?
I'd let you read my Bill of Authority, but I doubt you're educated enough to understand it.
I'm so sorry. I didn't realise. If I'd known, of course I wouldn't. I mean, you understand, don't you?
Stop prattling, for God's sake, and start telling me the truth. What's the story with the copper at your forge?
You're right. We do make copper sheets here at night.
Oh yeah. So
why all the secrecy about it?
Father forbade me to talk about it. I don't know why. I didn't ask.
and here's behind me.
Who buys those sheets from you?
I don't know. I've never set eyes on him. Father doesn't like to talk about it.
I wonder how he doesn't hear you.
Your father has some serious explaining to do.
Yeah, like he's
I'm so
behind you.
sorry. If I'd known who you were, I'd never have taken such liberties.
Never mind. You weren't to know who I am. You were just protecting your father's business interests like any good son.
Thank you.
Yeah. It's called a good decision. Okay, now the Zack. Conveniently. About
So back to that
copper.
copper, Master Blacksmith.
What?
Yeah.
Your son put it quite differently.
Yeah.
What's that? What are you blabbering on about?
Don't be angry with him. I didn't give him any choice.
All right. I suppose there's no point lying. We do make copy sheets here, and I wanted to keep it quiet.
Why?
Pays me good money, and the people I do it for. I wouldn't want to get on the wrong side of them.
Uh-huh.
Did they threaten you?
They
Possibly.
didn't have to. Just by the look of them, I could say I needed to shut my mouth and do what they wanted.
And did they ever tell you who they were? Do you know where to find them?
I know a little. But show some understanding. There's nothing but trouble in it for me. I'll lose the work and be left looking over my shoulder for some thugs to come and burn down my house. Or worse.
If you lie down with dogs, you shouldn't complain about the fleas.
There's no need for threats. We can both benefit here. If I tell you everything I know, you can help me with a certain small matter. One that'll cover up for my loss of earnings.
So what are we talking about?
I recently tried to buy Master Armourer Otto Rapstein's business for my son Vitus, but that old fool wouldn't listen to reason. He said he couldn't understand his legacy being taken over by a clod like my Vitus. Despite the insult, I doubled my offer, but Master Otto still wouldn't budge.
And what is it you need from me?
I thought I'd show Otto that Vitus isn't such a dolt as he thinks, but for that I need someone experienced in combat.
Well, that doesn't sound so bad.
Okay.
About that copper.
I told you everything I've got to say. I made you an offer. Now it's up to you.
I'll be on my way, but I'll be back.
I can't wait.
I'll be back.
What's your plan?
Otto's busy making a very pretty suit of armor for the bailiff. So I was thinking, if we could show that pretty armor of his is absolutely useless, he'd be disgraced. Well, I'd reckon we'd arrange a duel of champions with bludgeons. You'll put on Vitus's armor, and Otto will send his champion in that tin shit of his. You invite the bailiff to watch, and Otto will be made a laughingstock in front of everyone.
Then what do I get
I
out of it?
see.
What we already agreed. I'll give up dealing in copper, and I'll tell you everything I know about what's been going on.
Agreed. I'll get to work on it.
Wonderful. Go to Otto first and talk him into it. Then go to the bailiff so he can announce it and get spectators. The more people see it, the better. We'll bring the armor to you at the combat arena.
Alright, rattled. That's nice. Finally some progress. Phew. Yay, and the game saved. That's also nice. Alright.
Jesus, look where you're going!
Guys, I'm not gonna leave you here, of course. That would be a cliffhanger. But I'm thinking, will I be able to handle this? Yes, I do have a halberd, bardish, one of these. Alright, it's pretty decent, okay? It has stab, slash, well, not as much blunt. And the blunt is the thing I need, okay? I watched enough YouTube videos to understand that penetrating armor is impossible, somewhat. You need to attack through the holes or aim for the head or something. Okay, I need something blunt. See? So I need like a club with a lot of blunt force, okay? Because I presume that's also how this game works. So, can you offer me something? But as far as I see, this is 48, alright? And this hammer is 41. And also I have reach, alright? That's the important part, I have reach with that. So I'm going to use this, okay? Regardless, how much strength do I have? Okay. So I have my thing, alright. It's better than Bardaich. Also it's easier to pronounce, so that's nice. It's Lucerne hammer. See, much easier. Okay, although it's a little weaker at stabbing. Yeah, but the blunt force, because they are going to wear armor, alright? Also it has a little bit of slash damage. Okay, this is gonna help a little. Yeah.
Master Armourer, I have a message for you from Blacksmith Zack.
If it's another one of his so-called generous offers, you can go straight back and tell him I'm not selling, and that's that.
No, this is another matter. Vitus wants to challenge you to a duel.
Oh, not me?
What? Me fight with that brat? Zack must have lost his mind entirely.
That's not how it will be.
Ah, yes.
The real
indeed.
duel will be between your pieces of handiwork.
How's that?
Not sure.
It will be a duel with bludgeons. No bloodshed.
Yeah.
At most, a few bruises and some dents in the armour. Zack chose me to wear Vitus armour.
And so I'm to choose a champion of my own?
That's how it works.
That sounds reasonable.
Good. So let's agree on the time and place.
Hold your horses, young fella. I've got a counter offer for you. Now, I'm sure Zack is paying you well.
No.
Maybe I'm just doing it out of love for my neighbour.
Yeah.
Aye, a regular good Samaritan, no doubt. I could pay you more, and I'd tailor-make a cuirass just for you. What do you say?
You mean if I fight as your champion instead? I'm not sure how Zack would take it.
No, you fight on Zack's side and lose.
That's not very honourable.
Yeah.
And Zack's constant slander and mudslinging are the height of honour, are they?
But what if Zack's right? You're not as young as you used to be, and Vitus is trained with renowned masters.
What? You're as impertinent as that bastard Zack and his whelp of a son. How dare you? I don't need help from the likes of you. You'll get such a battering even Brother Nicodemus from the monastery won't know which side of you is up. Now clear off.
Not until you tell me where and when we should meet.
I don't know. Sort it out with the bailiff. He should come anyway so I don't get the blame when you get beaten to a pulp.
Okay. Whoopsie daisy. I might have chose the wrong decision.
I hope I can be of...
Of course.
I'm here on behalf of blacksmith Zack.
Zack? What does that madman want now? Don't tell me. It's another complaint about the Master Armorer. Well, you can tell Zack if you waste another minute of my time with that pathetic feud of his, I'll have him up for disrespecting the office of the bailiff.
No, it's not a complaint this time. In fact, Zack came up with an idea to settle the dispute once and for all.
Is that so? Well, that's a different kettle of fish. That's just what I was after. You have my full attention, friend. What's his plan?
A duel.
Jesus Christ! Has he lost his wits entirely?
Zack is a madman, I can't deny it. But this would just be a duel with bludgeons. Nothing too dangerous.
Now hold on a moment, young fellow. Zack is a respected tradesman. It doesn't do for folk to go around doubting his sanity. Certainly not his messenger boy.
I apologise, bailiff. I didn't mean to offend anyone.
Fine, fine. Let's leave that aside and get back to the point.
Zack chose me as his champion. I'll be wearing a suit of armour made by his son, Vitus, and I'll fight Otter's champion. Whoever falls first, loses.
That sounds like a fine spectacle for the village green. Naturally, I'll have to be present to ensure nothing untoward happens.
Of course.
Your presence is certainly expected, bailiff. We'd like you to referee the whole duel.
Very well. We'll have it on the marketplace in the front of the church. But when?
That's up to you.
We could announce it right now.
Deal.
Let's do it.
I'll have it announced around town. You come along at just the right time. It'll be a fine show for the townsfolk, and I'll finally get that pair and their constant squabbling off my back.
Okay.
Good citizens of Sasau, our township has long been plagued by a protracted dispute. As you are no doubt aware, Zack, the blacksmith of the monastery courtyard, and Master Armourer Otto Rabstein have been, for some time, at odds.
Ha ha! Added hammer and tongs, more like!
And in so much as it behoves my office as bailiff to settle such disputes and maintain peace and order, I have decided to resolve the blacksmith's quarrel by unconventional means, whilst affording an entertaining spectacle. In short, we shall let them knock each other's teeth out. However, since it ill befits two respectable tradesmen to maul each other on the market square like a pair of cocks on a dung heap, each of them has elected a champion. Zack, the blacksmith, has appointed to fight in his stead Henry of Scarlets. And Master Otto Rabstein's champion will be... Please, introduce yourself, Sir Knight.
Master Otter will fight for Master Otter. I don't need some young pup to take my place.
I remind you that this will be a duel with bludgeons alone, and until first blood is shed. Whoa! Come, folks, be sensible for heaven's sake. We don't want any maiming here, or, God forbid, murder. So, if both contestants are ready, let us begin.
Let the game begin, as they say. Alright, haven't fought in a while. Hey, I saw some blood already.
Fucking hell. That's gonna cost. Curse it.
What the hell are you playing at, you blockhead? That old fart made a complete fool of you.
Maybe Vitus armor isn't all that good. To be honest, it pinches in a few places.
Not good? You... How dare you? Vitus's armor is a masterpiece. It's not his fault you fight like an old woman.
The bastard
Now
wanted
get
to put
out
the
of my
blame on
sight
the
before I
draper.
shove the bludgeon
So
up your
he
ass.
stole his tinderbox and planted it there.
Well,
Anyway,
anyways.
I say.
Damn, he deserves no better.
Oh, great.
I never much liked the look of him, but I didn't think he'd stoop that low.
Well, since we've straightened that out. Okay.
You've got a cheek. Not only are you in with the counterfeiter gang, but you lied to me on top of it. You should be on your knees begging for mercy right now, not trying to make a profit.
I didn't know what they were doing.
But now you do know, and you've still got the cheek to try to strike a deal with me. So Rads are definitely going to be hearing about this.
You're right.
Yay.
I'm sorry, I overstepped the mark. I certainly didn't mean to offend one of Lord Radzig's men. One evening I got a visit from this scruffy beggar calling himself Rapota. He had a yellow cape on and kept whistling to himself. There was a knight with him too, but he didn't give his name. They told me what I had to do, how much I'd get for it, and I had to keep my mouth shut.
And where can I find this Rapota? Or the knight?
I don't know exactly. But I've always left the wagon with the goods behind the monastery, on the hill there, next to a small chapel under a big tree.
Anything else?
No. I swear that's all I know.
Well, that'll do me for now.
Alright. So that's basically what we need. Oh, and he is behind. Conveniently. Finally, I see that almighty precious marker. Also, I'd prefer going to the baths. Yeah, I need Like really, I need to heal myself. I'm almost dead. That's the problem.
I'm sure you'll be extremely sad.
But of course. Sheesh, 7 hours? Huh. Make me a new man, you say. Sure, I hope they'll do. Kinda like the text, how they say it. Okay. It's unique. Wake up, Master Fafar. We have a problem.
God be with you, lad. What can I do for you?
Ah, of course. Counterfeits.
You look different, Master.
What?
So as to fit in. I don't want it known that I'm in town.
Oh. Why?
Why?
I don't want to alarm our prey. Gossip spreads quickly, and if those scoundrels learn we're onto them, they'll flee.
That does make sense.
So what have you found out so far?
I found out where they get the copper sheets from.
Really? So tell me.
It's the smith on the monastery craftsman's yard. He supplies the counterfeiters.
Do you know how he gets the goods to them?
No. All I know is that someone called Rapota collected the goods.
Not much, but it's a start. At least it's not a common name. Listen, Henry, I had another thought on the way here. Those counterfeiters have to have a punch die to make the fake coins.
Yes, of course.
That's sophisticated work. There's a man I know who works at the monastery yard, Master Engraver Jerome of Silesia.
You don't suppose that he's...
No, not that, God forbid. I know him well. He'd never do anything like that. But he runs an engraving workshop, so he might have heard something.
Very well, I'll ask him.
But ask with tact. I don't want him getting offended. And I prefer you not to mention me at all.
I'll try to think of something. That's all.
Oh, nice. I increased my main level. Okay.
Did you find out what actually happened?
Folks say it was on account of our silver and how Sir Radzig sides with the king.
How does life in Ratai suit you?
I suppose it was kind of them to take us in, but then they just left us to fend for ourselves. Nobody gives a damn about us.
Uh-huh, alright. That's something. And the game saved. Huh. Oh, well, we have a lead, alright? We have a marker, that is. Alright. Alright, and conveniently the door is open. And he is above, I suspect. I've been there before. Yeah, he's here.
How goes the work, Master?
Getting there, getting there. You need something, my boy?
What are you doing here, anyway?
You're in an engraver's shop, my boy. We're engraving, of course.
Yeah, but engraving what? And what's it used for?
Oh, we engrave wood and stone as well as metal. Here in the monastery, it's mostly about decoration.
You've got quite a large workshop, Master. You don't do all the work alone, surely?
I'm usually here with my apprentice, Florian. Of course, by simple observation, you'll note that this is not currently the case, and I'm here alone, which means that either I'm a liar or something out of the ordinary has occurred.
I see. I think. So what's happened to Florian?
He shares the fate of the pharaohs for today. The 5th scourge of Egypt did smite him, the plague, or so his message advised me.
Jesus Christ, the plague?
Do remain calm. I'm quite certain the plague from which Florian is suffering wasn't a judgment from on high, or if it was a judgment on excessive drinking. I'm told such an ailment can be of truly biblical proportions.
What's he like, your apprentice, Florian?
I'm afraid that his exuberant youth has taken its toll. He's been acting strangely of late. I fear he has delusions of persecution.
I don't really know what you mean, at all.
Recently, for example, he told me that someone was following him, and the very next day he bought a padlock from the blacksmith and locked up his chest, as though I would ever sneak into it. In any case, why the interest? Are you looking for him?
Something like that.
May I ask why?
We've been friends since childhood. I wanted to see him.
Making friends has been a skill of his from his earliest days. Unlike making anything related to his trade. About your question, you'll find him at home, no doubt feverishly dying. He sleeps in the baker's cellar.
Ah, thank you.
Does Florian have any enemies?
A man such as he certainly owes money at every turn, and the parents of local girls are undoubtedly displeased with his attempts to propagate. However, most recently it was that fury from the baths who accosted him in quite a spectacular rage.
A woman from the baths? What did she do?
The harpy nearly tore all Florian's hair out. I don't frequently feel sorry for my ne'er-do-well apprentice, but on that occasion I made an exception.
Do you have any idea why she did it?
She was screaming about some girl, some flighty bathmaid, Esther. I would say that Florian had felt the joys of spring and acted accordingly, although one would have thought they'd be used to that sort of thing at the bathhouse.
Tell me, Master, I noticed some very interesting designs in the workshop. Is that your handiwork too?
Let me see. Looks like a drawing of the Prague Groschen. One of my apprentices must have done it for practice.
Yeah, that's kind of a while ago. Oh, look at those storage box. A grave? What? Moonshine. Wake up.
What do you want? You have no business here. I must have imagined it.
I got myself all worked up, and it's only a cat.
I hear you're at odds with apprentice Florian.
At odds? I'll give you at odds. It's that sod's fault they took my Esther. Poor girl. I shudder to think what's become of her.
What exactly happened?
This man came in wanting a bath, and Esther with it. She doesn't normally offer that kind of service, but I didn't see the harm, so I sent her in to him. And suddenly I hear screams. So I run out, and I see the bastard pulling her out of the tent and shoving her into a boat.
I'm sorry they took her, but what exactly has it got to do with Florian?
They shouted at me to tell Florian that when he wises up, he'll get the girl back.
I assume that Florian knows this, Esther.
You know village girls. They don't get much of a choice. Every other knave has a turnip for a brain, and if they don't, they're relatives. And then some young dandy turns up who writes her little poems. What's the poor girl to do? And this is how it ends. She should have stuck with the turnip heads.
Where can I find this Florian? I'd like to ask him a few questions.
He works in the engraver's workshop at the monastery craftsman's yard. And if he's not there, he'll be holed up like the rat he is in the cellar he rents from the baker. He's afraid of me, for sure.
What did the bailiff make of it?
Don't even get me started on that. He's another fine... I won't say what. I told him everything, but he says he won't do nothing about it.
How's that then?
He wouldn't tell me to my face, of course. But people here don't think much of us. There's some as reckon my Esther deserves what she got. Poor girl.
It sounds like you were close to Esther.
I loved her like my very own. She came to me as an orphan, like a wolf child she was. I raised her and taught her and gave her a job, and now she's gone. Who knows if she's even alive?
I hope I can be of some...
But of course.
You look quite sprightly for an invalid.
What?
You're not
Who the hell are
valid.
you?
My name's Henry, and I'm making inquiries for Sir Radzig Kobyla.
And what do you want from me?
Straight to the point then. All right. I've been investigating counterfeit money, and the trail led me straight to you. Does the name Rapiter mean anything to you?
I don't know. Maybe?
Don't bother. I know you know him. You make the punch dies for the counterfeiters. How do you hand them over? Do you know where their workshop is?
I can't say anything. I'll deny everything and you've got nothing on me. No evidence, just accusations.
It's got something to do with that girl, hasn't it?
How do you know?
Magic.
That doesn't matter.
No, I suppose not. I didn't want to get involved, I swear. Those bastards kidnapped Esther. If I don't cooperate, they'll kill her.
I'm sorry about that.
Me too. Listen, I'll tell you everything, I promise. But only if I know that Esther's safe.
What, so I'm to go searching for her in the woods?
I know where they're keeping her, but nobody will help me. And what can puny little me do faced with those strapping great villains?
Well, I can do that, okay.
Very well. I'll bring back your Esther.
Really?
Yes, but then you have to tell me everything.
I will. I swear to God Almighty. Please, just bring her back to me. Nothing else matters.
Where are they keeping her?
In the Skalitz Hills. There are some abandoned cottages around the mines. That's where I saw her last. They took me there when I said they had to let me speak to her.
All right. I'll go there and try and think of something.
You're my saviour.
Don't get your hopes up. Anything could happen.
So, guys, yes, you're probably aware. We have to end this here. Next time, I hope the episode will come out soon. Alright, I don't get any problems like with this one. Next time we are going here and we are saving Esther from bandits, I suspect. So that's that. So I will see you next time. Goodbye.